If sports journalists are upset about what transpired yesterday, it may be time to rethink sports journalism because it seems to be one camp against the entire world. The media people are all referencing media ethics and what is supposed to happen, while the rest of us, the people who actually consume the content and give them a reason for a job, are saying this was nice. This was nice to hear someone congratulating and appreciating a coach who contextually is in his first year, who contextually got hired after a little bit of a controversy, who contextually has changed the culture and the narrative of a team who has sucked consistently for 20 years. She took 19 seconds to say, hey, Liam, I realize that you walked into a program that has been perpetually awful, who has tried and tried and has not succeeded. And even though you lost, even though right now you're tempted to give up and say it's all for nothing, I, having watched this team for decades, understand that you have done something different. Thank you for that. And as a fan of the NFL, not of the Jaguars, but of the sport, it's refreshing to see that kind of support. You know what I also hate about this is the fact that these media people are acting like they walk on God's God. They walk on God. They act like they're doing the Lord's work. You know what one of the reporters asked? The media guys asked? What do you think about Josh Allen's competitiveness? You sent him to the blue tent twice. Can you tell us about that? You know what I don't care about? Liam Coen's opinion on Josh Allen. Because guess what? We all know Josh Allen's a dog. We all know Josh Allen's competitive. That is a wasted question. That is a waste of time. What does that accomplish for fans, for anything? It's the worst question I've ever heard. Hey, Liam, you sent Josh Allen to the blue tent twice. Can you tell us about that? I wrote down this morning. I watched the entire 6-minute interview, and I wrote down every question. Oh, you can't see it. Hold on. Here are all the questions that were asked in the entire 6-minute interview. What happened to the game? Can you tell us more? Dude, if you watch the game and your IQ's above 85, you know what happened. You don't need a coach to walk you through what happened. You watch what happened. How much growth did Parker Washington have? If you watch the season, you know. If you played fantasy football, you know. Well, Parker Washington didn't have much impact outside of special teams until Jacoby Myers got here and the pressure got taken off of Brian Thomas and they could spread the ball around and he was a deep play threat. I'm not even a fan of the Jaguars and I know how to answer that question because I'm not an idiot. So these sports media people are acting like she crossed some line of media ethics. Meanwhile, they don't do anything. They don't accomplish anything. Nothing is gleaned from the questions that are being asked in 2026. So thank you, Lynn Jones, for doing something that actually matters to people. Rant over.